What do you mean mood? You didn't work today.
Um,
Sick bitch.
Listen, just because I didn't like physically go to work today or emotionally doesn't mean that I wasn't working.
You know what? If living is work, I don't want to do it.
Anyway, we're live. We're
not
not
live.
we're not live. The podcast episode has in fact started.
Oh my god.
Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to another lovely episode of the What Did the Gays Think podcast. Today with me, I have two people actually, but of course, my first, the lovely and dearest, my co-host Pat. How you doing, Pat?
I'm
Yes, Pat.
fine. I'm in a serotonin deficit. It's been a long day.
Ah.
How are you?
Well, I'm sorry about that. How can I increase your serotonin?
No, it's fine. I'll take the day. I'll relax. I had some Popeyes, so I'm full of just oil and fried chicken, so everything's good now.
Okay. Well, our second person that we have on the call today no, it's not Jackie. For the first time, we have a different guest on our podcast. Everyone say hello to the lovely Disney enthusiast, RonJohn. Hi, RonJohn. How are you?
My pussy is popping, and we are here, bitch.
Yes, I love that RonJohn is the first guest besides Jackie that we've had, and neither of us have met RonJohn in person, even though we have like 4 or 5 other friends that could potentially be on this podcast. But you know, RonJohn was really banging at the door of our office, our imaginary office.
Because I'm saying, I don't know what other gay, like, A of all, it's bad enough that I'm gay and also have opinions on things that you guys talk about. B, look, I'm like, how many times can we sit and watch these two little white boys talk about things? All right.
Listen, Matt is just white passing.
That's true.
Matt is not just white. I unfortunately am just white.
I know. I'm sorry that you're white.
What a condition. What a condition to have. Terrible.
To be white, it really, in this day and age, it's so hard to be white.
Stop.
No.
Here comes RonJohn about to murder you.
It's a joke. I think if anyone has listened to any episode of this podcast, they can tell that I'm completely not, racist white supremacist like, most of this country.
Like Jackie. No.
Oh my god. The spirit of her is here, even if she's not physically here.
Yeah, Jackie's not here to defend themselves. We should not. Anyway, RonJohn, it's so lovely to have you on the podcast today. So would you like to give yourself a little bit of an introduction? Maybe, give us your pronouns, make sure that we reference you correctly.
Oh yeah, I forget that I gotta do that to people. So my name is RonJohn. What am I?
Mood. What am I?
What am I?
Hold on, blah blah blah. My name is RonJohn. I am brown. I go by.
Yes.
I go by he, they, and that bitch.
That bitch. Amazing.
I mean, truly, I consider myself gender fluid. So whatever you want to call me, I will respond as long as I listen, because I probably am not half time.
What?
Well, I like that openness about it. I do like that. Call me whatever, just not a bitch. Well, not,
I mean, you can.
Not the derogative way, not like the evil, not the evil way.
But like the sensual kind of way,
Yeah. Like when I call Matt a bitch, it's never to be nice. I'm using it the evil way. But it's fine.
I can't believe
Matt,
you would destroy me like this. Yes?
do you want to, before we get into the topic, do you want to tell everyone why, last week's episode was late and why we haven't been recording as much recently?
Listen, I was going to talk about that in the next episode that we recorded.
Oh, we can save it. That's fine.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that a little bit. But for reference, I did have a breakthrough COVID case
Yay!
that took me out for about a week. But I'm back now. Here I am. My throat is, my thrusty is potent enough to record.
Potent.
Thrusty. So yes,
Ew.
we had to delay recording a little bit. So I apologize that last week's episode was late and that we are a little bit late on everything recording. But here we are recording our next episode, and RonJohn is going to be our presenter today, aka RonJohn is going to be leading our session with some topic. So what topic are we going over, RonJohn?
Today we are going to talk about Pokemon.
Thank God.
Love
Thank
it.
God. A topic
Thank
I
God.
finally can speak on.
What do you mean?
When we talk about gay shit, I'm just lying about that. But Pokemon, I actually know, and I can actually speak on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're lying to me about being gay?
Yeah, it was just to get closer to you.
Ew.
The show's not called "What Did the Gay Think?"
Yeah. What did the gay think? It's just Matt's face on it.
Here I am actually going to replace you with RonJohn now. Here we go.
Well, that's all, folks. We've had a good run, 50-something episodes.
All right.
Okay,
go ahead, RonJohn.
yeah, you can have the floor and take us wherever you want to go.
Okay, so I know that I am considerably older than both of you, so I've been around the block for like a little bit.
Right.
Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so Pokemon has definitely been in my life a lot longer than it has for both of you.
Oh,
So,
God, shame me.
Shame me.
but like, so how did I want to start this? I guess I did have a docket written up. I guess I could use that.
We love a man who prepares. We love a man who prepares.
Now, if things could open up, because I love a man who can open up.
Oh! Well, Matt, is here to supplement the needs of our guests.
Yeah, I'm here to play. I'm always free to open
here
up.
to play.
I have heard that you have the fattest dumpy in all the town.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Matt does have quite an ass. He's ripped many a pair of jeans over it.
It was one pair of jeans that I ripped, and Pat was there, and Pat was like, "Whoa."
It did take me out of it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Okay, stop interrupting, Matt. God.
I haven't said anything. Okay.
All right. So let's just start off with like the easiest question. What's everyone's favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
I'll go last.
All right, Matt, what is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon. Okay. So my favorite generation. Here we go.
That wasn't the question, but okay, go off.
That wasn't a
Well, I have to explain myself a little bit. So my favorite
Alright,
generation
go.
was Gen 4. So I had to say that my favorite Pokemon is probably Chimchar because that's the Pokemon that I chose as the starter. Yeah,
Really?
don't give me that look.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, work.
How about you, Pat?
Haunter. Well, I love Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, but Haunter is probably my favorite, yeah.
Cool.
I love.
What about
So,
you?
like, that's funny because like mine is kind of like yours, where it's like I started off with Gen 2 because I'm an old man. And my first Pokemon ever was Totodile, so that's why my like branding ish kind of when it comes to Pokemon is like Totodiling.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got the dialing from, but like Totodile.
It works.
Dial it into those hoes, if you know what I mean.
Okay, sure.
Don't know what I mean. Don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think the kids know either.
RonJohn, you said you were significantly older than us. I didn't actually know that. I thought you were around our age.
No, I think I'm pretty much like 3 years older than you. But because aren't you both like? Oh no, how old are you? What am I?
Yeah, Matt, how old are you?
Well, we're 27. Yes.
Little baby.
Oh, okay. So I'm not that much older than you. I'm like 29.
Oh, easy.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
thought you guys
that
were like
much older.
25.
Well, we might look young because we keep our faces looking so pristine. But no, we're actually 27, and I have the back problems to prove it.
Mm, right, the back problems that
Same.
arise. Oh,
Yeah, I popped my back out the other day. It was lovely.
oh my God. Okay, so you can continue, Rajan.
Perfect. We'll love that pokey facts about you guys.
Yes.
Honestly, like the whole reason I love Pokemon and everything is because growing up I didn't have a lot of friends. So it was like great to have a game that like let me make friends and like let me like do whatever I wanted and like fight with them and like have them on my team and on my side and then do a
Oh,
whole journey with me. So yeah.
Aw.
Um that's what
they
like Pokemon like I mean, granted, this should be probably the end of the episode where I talk about why I love Pokemon so much. But I'm basically like a Poke enthusiast, although I didn't play Gen 4 or 5, so don't drag me for that. Um,
Well, Matt might because apparently it's his favorite
Gen 4 is
generation.
my favorite.
Said
It's
no one
okay.
ever. Said no one
Don't,
ever.
okay, don't you dare shame anyone for their
Here
favorite
we
Pokemon
go.
generation. I don't care what it is. Don't shame anyone for their favorite Pokemon
Honestly,
gen.
anyone who says Gen 5 is their favorite is dead to
Here,
me.
Pat is shaming people. Can't believe this.
I wanted to get in Gen 5 and I played like the first like hour of it and was like, you know, and this is after like X and Y came out and like I was like trying to be like a good fan and I was like, we'll just
Yeah.
wait for the remakes at this point, sis. Like I'm
Yeah,
good.
sometimes you can't go back to those things until they get updated. That's fine.
Honestly, I don't think I finished Black and White. I don't think I did. I don't think I beat the Elite Four. Oh, oops.
Fake fan. Fake
Fake fan.
fan.
All right,
Jesus Christ.
so Matt's favorite gen, he said it was Gen 4. Mine was Gen 2. What's yours, Pat?
I think it's either gonna be Gen 1 or Gen 2. I think it's probably Gen 2 just because that game you could go back to Gen 1, obviously. And I did love I mean, I played Blue first, but I mean, I really got into the games when I was playing Silver. So I think that's probably my favorite generation. And I loved it, and I love it to this. I still play Soul Silver, the remakes, from time to time because it's just so much fun. Yeah.
I really wanted to get Heart Gold, and I just never got around to getting it. Like when I heard it was coming out, I was very hyped. Like Ho is my like one of my all-time favorite legendaries, but like
Yes.
I just never got around to it.
Just buy a copy off eBay. It's probably super expensive, but you know.
Like the fact that they're still running for like 60, $70 is like is like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's an underrated discussion topic. Like Pokemon games, especially the old games, hold their value for so long. Like I don't see any fucking Mario Galaxy Peach's asshole game
What?
running for like $60 a decade after its release date. But Pokemon games still hold value.
Have
So
you ever played the Mario? I don't want to say Mario RPG because that's a separate game. The Mario and Luigi Superstar game.
no.
That game is still great to this day. Let me tell you, still great.
I
Well,
wanted to
how
play that so bad, actually.
what system was that for?
It was the Game Boy. It was the Game Boy game.
Oh, I've never heard of her.
I thought
Sorry.
it was Game Boy Advance.
It may have been Game Boy Advance.
But
Anyway,
like,
let's not
yeah.
talk about Mario. We're not talking about Mario.
Oh,
That's a different topic.
um, but regardless,
okay.
yeah. Go ahead, Ranjan.
Oh, sorry. Um, it's my Midwesterner that always wants to apologize, and also like my good guest service who just like, I'm so sorry for interrupting.
No,
Um,
never apologize because you've done nothing wrong on this. The gays can never do anything wrong on this podcast. This is the one platform that gays don't have to apologize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm sorry for everyone else who has to listen to that. Um,
Oh, wrecked. My goodness.
Yeah.
y'all. Okay, so we know what our favorite main series game is, but spin-off games. What's your favorite?
Oh, I know. Do you know Matt? Did you play spin-off games?
I played a couple, but yeah, I think I know two. Why don't you go first, Pat?
I oh oh no. I was gonna say Pokemon Ranger, because I fucking loved the spinning mechanic and then getting Manaphy at the end. But then I remembered that Pokemon fucking, Stadium existed. And I was like, "Oh shit."
Mm.
But I think it's oh, you know what? Fuck it. I really liked Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh my god.
I
Same.
thought that
That was
shit was
mine.
great.
Go off, go off.
I thought that shit was great, and I thought it was a good improvement off of Coliseum. It was a little easier, but I liked that because Coliseum was hard as shit, and I couldn't beat the game,
Ooh.
so I stopped playing it. But I played Gale of Darkness, and I beat it, and it was much easier, and I loved it.
That's the same reason I stopped playing Coliseum.
It's too fucking difficult. I was like, I get it. You guys made a game for like a home console, but you didn't have to make the difficulty so hard.
And there's nowhere to grind on that game. Like,
Yeah, like it's you run out of trainers, and that's it. Like you were kind of fucked.
Oh.
yeah,
But
and then you
Matt,
gotta
why
beat
did
like
you
the-
why did you like Gale
yeah.
of Darkness yourself? Did you
I was gonna
you
say
not for the main character?
hello. Yes, a little bit, but
Mm.
um, but yeah, I was gonna say as well that is also my favorite spin-off game too. I think I played that multiple times.
Ooh.
I was a little bit. I kind of liked the mechanic in which you had to catch Pokemon by like stealing them. I thought that was interesting.
You love theft.
Do love theft. That wasn't how it was
Yes.
in Coliseum, right? I don't
Yes.
think so.
Yeah, Coliseum, you also stole Pokemon.
Oh, was it? I played
Yeah.
Coliseum too, but not as much as Gale of Darkness, so I don't really remember.
Yeah, yeah, you had to steal Pokemon that were shadow Pokemon.
Yeah, I thought that concept was fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. It's great. It's just in both games. You fake fan.
What about you, Ron John? What was your favorite spinoff?
You know what? I'm gonna go like completely off the rails here and say that like, have y'all ever played Pokemon Conquest?
No, but I've seen it.
I don't think I
It's
have. What was it
it's
about?
such a good. It's what was it? A turn-based RPG where it's like I forgot what the actual like game is based off of, but you're basically just like you have like your team of Pokemon, and then it's like Fire Emblem-esque where you have your team of
Yeah.
Pokemon fighting like everybody else. And I lived for that shit. Like I played it so much, but like at the first playthrough, I couldn't get through because like it got hard for me because I didn't like grind enough. So then
Mm.
I was like, fuck it, and then like I didn't like touch it for a while, and then by the time I got back to it, I forgot what I was actually doing, so I had to start over.
Oh, well, that happens a lot, though. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah,
But it was
oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say it was just so much fun. Go ahead.
God, Matt, stop interrupting him.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry. Ah. I was gonna say I do love me some Fire Emblem type games. I love Fire Emblem. So this sounds
I do
amazing.
too. I
Oh
could
yeah.
not get into three houses though because that was like the longest. It was took too long.
Oh, Three Houses is so. I'm sorry. It's so good. It's really good.
Oh, Matt and I had like a contest to see who would beat all the fucking the different plot lines first, and I'm pretty sure Matt won because I had to stop for after a while. It was just after you beat it like 2.5 times, it's like I don't know if I can beat it again. It's just a lot.
I like tried to get into it and I just could not make it past like I couldn't even get to like the time skip. Truly, it was
Oh,
like took too long.
yeah. I mean, I can see that, especially because the mechanics are a lot different because you have the whole like literal school part of it.
Yeah.
Running around the campus, like talking to like other teachers and shit, and trying to, fall in love with your students, which is so disgusting, by the way. You're like teaching the students, but you can fall in love with them and have sex with them, and that's just creepy. I think Fire Emblem needs to stop.
Um, Needs to calm down their hormones over there in Japan.
Mm.
Fire Emblem be horny. I mean, what?
Oh my god. Oh
But
my
like
god.
same. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
But like mood though.
I'm just happy they put in a gay option.
Oh, for one character.
Yeah,
For
but they
one
at least
character.
had it. They had it. I mean, he wasn't like the most attractive dude, but he wasn't ugly.
It was like the old guy, wasn't it?
No, oh, so no, no. Well, yeah, you could like partner up with the old guy, but it wasn't like explicit that you got married at the end. I think it was like you just stayed together as like those people who, they were roommates. But
And they were roommates.
what the hell was the actual guy's name? But you could fall in love with the younger guy with the long hair, and he's like a nerd.
Yeah, no, he wasn't even like a nerd. He was like an asshole, honestly. I didn't like him. I was like, why would I fall in love with this man? He's an asshole. But I did anyway because gay.
Well, why did Troy fall in love with you?
Ah!
Ah,
Way to destroy me.
Anyway, Ronjo, I'm sorry for derailing this conversation. Please go back to your topics that you prepared.
you guys are totally fine. This is what I've been wanting to do. Is just like join into the gay banter because I don't get to do that much these days.
Aw.
Well, welcome, welcome.
Because I used to live with two gay white men, and that was a time. And we'll leave it at that.
Does this bring back memories for you?
Yeah, a
Trauma,
lot
just
less living with
trauma.
y'all though.
Ooh, yeah, well, listen, you gotta make it work somehow. And if white gay men are the only thing that's available, you gotta just settle for white gay men.
I did, but then I left the house. So anyway,
So anyway, Pokemon, yes.
anyway, Pokemon. Did we watch the TV show growing up?
Yes, yes, of course.
I
Perfect.
I don't you dare break my heart.
I watched up through. Okay, so I started watching late. I feel I started watching the Hoenn show first. That's what I
That
like
was
first got into it.
that was Pokemon Advanced or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I whenever they were with May and the little kid, that's when I first started watching it, and then eventually I went back and like rewatched the first gen and second gen. And then I watched the fourth gen, and then I stopped watching after that.
Okay, that's admirable. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
admirable.
You made it part of the journey.
we made it. But now I can't
Real
watch
tea.
them. I can't watch them anymore. It's too boring for me.
Damn, like standards have changed. Jesus.
Well,
Rubanjon,
sorry that
did you like it growing up? I'm assuming you must have liked it.
I loved it growing up because like growing up, it would be on that like what it was six. It would be like the 6:37 slot, where first it was Sailor Moon, and then it would be Pokemon. So literally, I spent an
Ah,
hour in front of the TV every morning until we had to go to school.
yes, getting your daily dose.
Of anime, and now I'm just a huge weeb. Um,
Oh,
Mood though, mood. Honestly, weebs are the best people.
I mean, we had a whole
well,
episode about anime.
I know that I wasn't invited on offended.
Oh.
Uh, what do two white gays think? That's what the podcast should be.
Well, it's not. Listen, it would have to be. What does one white and one mixed race gay think? And
And I think Jackie was on that episode too, so it'd have to be one white, uh,
gay,
gay,
one white queer,
and then one
one mixed race
mixed
gay.
race gay.
And that title is just too long.
That is too long. It's not.
I do recommend Matt, if you want to watch Pokemon ever again, because you should actually watch it. Watch like everyone shits on Pokemon Journeys. I mean, like low key, I love Pokemon Journeys. Like on Netflix, it's actually
That's
like pretty top
yeah. That's
tier.
the most recent one, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, now they just started like the second season, I guess, because it's Pokemon Master Journeys.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
But
I liked the animation style for the season. I liked it.
mhm,
Oh,
I love it. I love like the starting with Sun and Moon, yeah, like the animated one. They gave like the Pokemon personalities, and I love that so much. I mean, no,
Yeah.
that's a lie. They did start that in like I guess they started that with like Gen 4 and stuff. But like I feel like here now everyone like like the Pokemon are actually like fully drawn out like their own characters as opposed to like Pikachu looking like Pikachu the entire time.
Right, just kind of standing there as a solid model until it required to like say a few lines of its own name.
Right. Like I love when anime does like different art styles like to show that it's supposed to be like funny and stuff because I
Mm.
think that's hilarious and they do that now with Pokemon like both with the people in with the Pokemon, and I think that's hilarious.
Oh, I
Top
love
tier,
that.
10 out of
Wow.
10.
Well, maybe I'll go watch it. Yeah, like the reason I can't go back and watch like the original seasons anymore is the reason is it's so much filler to me now. Like all of it's filler basically. Uh,
Yeah.
so maybe I could like skip around and like, oh, like Ash faces this gym, Ash faces that gym. Then you kind of miss some like important cutscenes in between, but most of it's filler. I feel, especially in the Johto seasons, there was just so much filler in Johto. I like couldn't get through it when I tried to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Like, really, the episodes I only cared about were like, well, either when Ash had a gym battle, or like was fighting the Elite Four, or when like a Pokemon evolved.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
those are all classic episodes. Like I
Literal
remember
character
the
development.
the Charmander evolving into Charmeleon when it was fighting the Primate,
Hmm.
right?
yeah,
That's iconic. That episode is great because
iconic.
fucking the rice ball jelly donut shit
No.
that no one could get straight if it was a rice ball, a jelly donut, a sandwich. Brock was just like, "Here, I'm making them every day." And they throw it. Ash catches it in a Pokeball, and Missy's just like, "The donut Pokemon," and I'm like, "Oh my god, loved it."
Because
What
now this,
what about the one episode where Ash literally dies? Do you guys remember that?
Oh yes, the Haunter. Yeah, the Haunter Ghastly Gengar one.
oh my fucking god, he fucking dead.
Fucking the chandelier falls on him, and Haunter just picks up his soul. His soul.
It straight up died.
That's the episode I fell in love with the ghost Pokemon though, because they're just so nice. They're just so nice.
Because that's when also Ash catches the Haunter, right?
Yeah, so Haunter's like sad that Ash is leaving because he had so much fun with him, and then he goes with him, and then he leaves Ash for Sabrina, the biggest betrayal of my life. Like he meets this bitch Sabrina once, but Ash has been with him through life and death. Anyway, I'm sorry. I get very tilted about Haunter leaving.
Oh,
Which is funny because like in Journeys, like Ash catches a Gengar.
No, I know. It's so sad. I was like, just go back to Saffron City and pick up Haunter.
Maybe
oh,
Haunter was busy with, I don't know, playing with dolls or whatever the hell she was into.
Oh, she was into some doll play.
oh my goodness! Didn't Ash win that fight just by like making Sabrina laugh? Like that was it.
Yeah, Haunter like made Sabrina laugh, and then the evil doll representation of her like emotionally stunted daughter was just like that show. Okay, the first series has so many wild like concepts in it, like an emotionally stunted like lonely child, death, like fucking cross-dressing James. It's just so much. God.
Was into my next topic of how like iconic Jesse and James were. Like, real tea. They were like the show steal. Like they were like the perfect villains because they were like the great show stealers, but they also had their own character development. Like Jesse and James are high key way better trainers than like Ash was.
Oh,
Yeah, I
mood.
mean, yeah, like I think just James is like a queer icon is great. Like Jesse is as well, but James just had all these cross-dressing moments that I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, James
And
made me want to get a breastplate.
yeah, that episode where he's got boobs. I mean, and he's got like his tragic past is sort of like this like I think he like came from like a rich family, but like his family wasn't great to him or something like that. I don't remember.
No, he just didn't want to live up to like being in the rich family, so that's why he like ran away. But then
Right,
he left
right.
his Growlithe behind.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I love
And
those
then
two.
Yeah.
mhm. And like the fact that not just like that their Pokemon are also like I like truly like Meowth and Wobbuffet are just like pure icons on their own. Like,
Oh,
um,
100%. I mean, Meowth iconic, like the voice actor who played him. And then Wobbuffet, I just love Wobbuffet because I love Wobbuffet so much.
Ah, Wobbuffet, amazing. I
I
loved it.
love Wobbuffet to pieces, honestly.
But
Same.
didn't they get rid of Wobbuffet though? That's one of the like after Gen 4, didn't they get rid of him? And I was like, "Aw."
No, he's been there for like a minute. I'm also gonna move you guys, but like, yeah, he's been there like through and through, and I'm like, good for him, you know.
He's putting in work.
He's putting in work. I thought they got rid of him.
I'm sure they like because they rotate their teams out. Yeah, but
Yeah, they rotate their team. Like they got rid of him for a hot minute, but I think people complained enough to where they were like, "Yeah, this is
bring
a
back
big
Bring
deal.
back
Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet.
Justice for Wobbuffet."
Oh, justice for Wobbuffet.
It's just like how we bullied, the Sonic creators into making Sonic look better in the Sonic movie.
Okay, but like,
Okay, but that's well deserved.
It was well deserved,
yeah,
yeah.
like that original design was honestly nightmare fuel, so they kind of deserved it.
Like if they stuck with that, I can't imagine how like anyone like Tails would have looked in the series, or like how Knuckles would have looked. Like they all would have looked too realistic and like not entertaining.
Yeah, those eyes he had were so fucking creepy.
Exactly. Like I don't know why they were like really like if they were like small videos, like maybe they would be a little bit better, but not like I did not need him to look like too real. Like that
Yeah.
it got too real and we were like, no, that's gross.
Yeah.
No.
You know, when
Okay. And okay.
when you bring like these animated shows or, classic video game characters into real life, you gotta like kind of keep the same aesthetic. Speaking of which, like, what'd you guys feel about the Detective Pikachu movie?
Loved it.
Loved
Perfection.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Iconic, loved it. Want more.
Want more. It was amazing. I loved it too. Where's our Detective Pikachu 2? Where is it?
I mean, what can they do with it? Like Pikachu's no longer talking.
They can make him talk again.
Put Ryan Reynolds back in that Pikachu's body.
Focus on
Way
a
about Ryan
new
Reynolds.
Pokemon. I don't know.
Listen, they're making apparently a Pokemon live action series for Netflix.
I thought it was yeah, like isn't it supposed to be like a Detective Pikachu spinoff?
It's gonna be yeah, like it'll be I think from like the same team that did it.
Where are we
Uh,
going in Ronjon's camera?
Sorry, I have to like charge my phone, but I'm also like trying to like prop my phone up so I'm not just like laying down.
Sprawled
I'm so
out. Just
sorry.
paint me like one of your French girl. Oh shit!
Oh,
My desk almost fell over. Oops.
We're just taking a small adventure in my room. That's fine.
It's
yeah.
a
Hit
it's
it
a
front
house
door.
tour, Matt. Don't be rude.
If anyone's watching the YouTube video, they're gonna get a lovely tour of Ronjon's room.
This is my wall, and this is my window, which I cry out of. Anyway,
Same. Listen, I have a question. I have a question if you
yeah.
want to answer. So I guess this is like a deeper question. But like
I
with
love,
newer Pokemon games
I love
becoming
it. Dude.
oh, I mean, who doesn't love it deep? With newer Pokemon games becoming like objectively easier, I would say,
Mm,
than like the original games. Like you have older fans sometimes kind like me complaining that the games get a little too easy and like they hold your hand too much. But then again, these are still children's games. So is there a happy medium where they could like, make the game have a difficulty setting, which I know some games kind of do have? And should older fans really be complaining? Like it is just a kid's game, to be honest.
Do you want like my actual answer? Do you want my business answer?
Your
Because I
actual
have
answer.
both.
both.
We don't like no, we
Both.
don't like lies on the podcast. We want your actual answer, yes.
Fine. You know, I as much as I do love like a common like the common Pokemon trope where it's like choose your starter, do the journey, blah blah blah. Like I do like how we're now trying to shake it up because like let's face it, like the game is made for like 10-year-old kids. Like you start your journey when you're fucking 10.
Yeah.
Um that's why now I'm super hyped for like when the new games come out, like Legend of Arceus. Like I feel like that's the direction we should be going into as like mature gamers. And I think going forward, they definitely should try to try to incorporate more of like that kind of energy that they're doing now with Legends. But I do hope that we see that more so in a mainstream kind of game.
Hmm.
Because like the whole point of like the anime was like you got to see the what Digimon. Woof, woof.
Different topic. Different topic.
different different topic, which I would gladly cover because I'm in my middle of the Digimon playthrough. Um,
Yes.
but like that was like one of the best things about like the anime series was that like the Pokemon fought in real time and like fought each other in like unique ways. And now it's like when you play the game, it's like Pikachu use Thunderbolt. It's super effective. And like
Yeah, it's very
I
stagnant.
exactly like I would love to like I'm so excited to play Legends because it's gonna be more like dynamic battle styles and like you can see everyone like everything move and not just do like an attack and then an animation and then all that fun stuff.
Hmm.
But like
Yeah.
I truly think to get back to the question at hand, I don't feel like being handheld anymore with my Pokemon games.
Mm.
I think that's kind of the reason why the games are themselves are kind of losing popularity is because we're kind of expecting that kind of gameplay where and like they are trying to shake it up. I do appreciate them like incorporating like the wild area in the latest games and then like different battle mechanics or anything. But essentially like I think it's time it's been like 25 years Pokemon. Like we need to shake up the game. And we need to shake
Yeah.
up the main
Hmm.
we need to shake up the main series game. So that's why I really am hoping that like Legends like takes off.
Right, right. No, yeah. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah. Since we brought up Legends, I am very, very excited for Legends. Because it is in my favorite gen, and my favorite region of
Okay.
Sinnoh.
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
Mhm.
Even though it's ancient Sinnoh, I loved Sinnoh. Um,
Yes.
so I'm excited for that, and it looks like it's definitely shaking up like the entire concept of Pokemon. So I'm very excited to see what it brings. I will definitely be playing it. Uh, but yeah, I also agree that like when I played Sword and Shield, I like did not struggle with that game at all. I blew through it like so quickly and so easily. I was like, that was just so easy. So I do kind of wish with these mainline games that there was a way to up the difficulty, make it a little bit harder for us veteran players because with these games that have an ever expanding fan base, because if you have a game that's as long running as Pokemon that people played when they were kids and are now adults, you have a fan base now that is adults and children, and you kind of have to cater to both. And I think that's where Pokemon's been struggling a little bit. Whereas maybe some other games that still have maybe the child fan base and the adult fan base are doing it a little bit better. I don't know. That's my feels.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want people to think that I hate Gen 4. I don't hate it. I actually do like some parts of it. I do like the mythological aspects of those games. So
Don't make me
having
angry. Don't.
so Legends taking place in like ancient, Sinnoh, and hopefully having like some of that mythology kind of get through there, and then seeing like the past with team. What team was it? And
Galactic.
Galactic.
Galactic, yeah, that shit. I think that'll be really interesting. And yeah, if that mechanic is really smooth and well polished in the game, I wouldn't mind seeing that mechanic in mainstream games. As long as they continue to do, re-releases, like, reboots or updates of the older games. Like, I really think they should get through, like, eventually in the distance, Sun and Moon. If they can redo all of them for like a console and like full 3D graphics, then they can stop after that because we hit Sword and Shield after that, and that's all good. Work.
Work.
Work. Party.
Party. Matt doesn't
um,
get that reference because he's not cool enough.
Oh,
what are we
yes.
referencing?
But it's drag race stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm
I haven't watched it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Whatever. You'll get there, I guess.
So
Yep.
typically, we go for about 45 minutes. We've got about 5 minutes left. Is there any like wrap up points that you wanted to hit on, Ron John, before we close out?
Then lastly, I guess we should talk about I did a whole report on like the cultural impact of like Pokemon because I think that's super important to talk about. Like think about how Pokemon as a franchise has pretty much taken over Japan. Like it's insane how like it's a small little like franchise that was originally about like catching bugs has evolved into like now like representing like the country's like water system.
Yes, yes.
I like I would love to see more of that energy like going forward, especially. How has Pokemon impacted your guys' cultures? White
Well,
culture.
white culture. Yeah, Matt, do you want to go first?
White culture. No.
Yeah. If white could have a culture.
If white could have a culture. Well, for me, I like the Pokemon culture in general. Just like how so many, it's ingrained in like so many people. I don't think I know any person that Pokemon has not touched in some way. Um, like even like remember that one summer where Pokemon Go just like exploded,
Yeah.
and like every single person, uh, almost every single person that I knew was playing it. And I thought that was so lovely because even like my parents were playing it, which they had never touched a Pokemon game,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
So I was like, oh, now
Yeah.
my parents finally get to see like, what I grew up with and like see all the Pokemon that you know, that touched my heart. So it was so lovely.
Oh.
oh. Mm.
Yeah, I love that Pokemon is so widespread and most people know about it at least in some capacity. I love it.
Cute.
Same.
Oh.
How about
I'm
you, Pat?
also widespread. Go ahead.
Same.
Jesus has left the chat.
Jesus was never here.
No, he really
God is a
wasn't.
woman. Anyway,
God is a woman, Ariana Grande.
I agree.
next time I come on, let's put my Ariana Grande ponytail.
Yes, yes. High pony pulled way back.
How do you feel,
Like
Pat?
my pussy. Huh?
Ah,
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, yeah, like I grew up with it, obviously. I played games like, the main series with my friends, trading Pokemon, battling Pokemon. Pokemon Go was good too, but it's not really my thing anymore. But what I will say is, the one thing I don't like about it is like
Gen 4.
I know, well, actually Gen 7 is that's Sun and Moon, right? Gen 7, Sun and Moon?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. I that was actually my least favorite gen, just because the game itself I thought was the worst. It was just cutscene after cutscene. But besides that, the one thing I didn't like about the Pokemon culture was people who took it very seriously with EV and IV training and wanted to battle competitively. And I'm like, I get it. You really like this and you're really into it, but I just want to go out and like play the game, catch as many Pokemon as I can, beat the story, catch all the legendaries, and I'm done. Like that's it. But everyone's like, no, you should make like a really competitive team and then we can battle. And I'm like, why? Because at the end of the day, games like this, there's always like those tiers of characters or Pokemon that are top tier. Everyone has those Pokemon. They already know their best move sets. At the end of the day, you're fighting like almost carbon copies of the same team or variants of them, where the outcomes can be like mathematically predicted. And I'm like, I'm not in it for that. I'm not in it.
Hmm.
I don't want to have my focus band on, and I don't know what's that stupid word or phrase, like priority attacks and shit like that. I don't know
Mm.
that. I don't know her. I've never known her. I don't want to know her. All I want to know is that I can get all of my badges. I can catch a bunch of Pokemon, and at the end of the day, Professor Oak or whoever can be like, "Congratulations, you finished your Pokedex."
I competitively raised an EV team one summer.
Oh Lord.
As no, it was fine. It was for like the EV Evolution specific competition that
Oh,
Pokemon was
okay.
throwing. So like that's when I super got into like EV and IV training. Yeah, it's the fucking worst.
It is like I think Gen 6 did a good job of trying to streamline the EV training, but
Hmm.
sometimes, especially like breeding for IVs, I'm just like, ugh, kill
Absolutely.
me.
I think
Literally, that was like half of my boxes were just all like EVs, and I only got like three shinies out of all my breeding.
Oh,
I think I fully EV trained one Pokemon, and that was it. And I was done. I was like, no more.
it's too much. It's just too much.
It's too much, sis.
I was over it.
All
Uh,
right.
that was during like that was the Soul Silver and Heart Gold days. Um,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's fair.
where I EV trained a Pokemon, and I was like, I don't ever want to do this again. It's too much
No.
work.
I mean, it
Too
pays
much.
off. The Pokemon definitely is stronger, like, for it, which is great. But at the same time, it's like, at what cost? My sanity? My
Like,
time?
was I actually having fun doing this, or am
No,
I
I was
happy that I
not.
put it?
People are like, wasn't that great? You have a whole team now. I was like, no, it's
No.
terrible.
Blech.
I could have been doing anything else. I could have been working the corner. I could have been sliding into DMs.
Ah! I hope you weren't working the corner as a child playing Pokemon.
You don't know me.
I
How do you
don't.
think I afforded the games?
Yeah, how do you think I bought them? My sugar daddies bought them for me.
Okay,
My
well,
best about my game.
Yeah.
okay.
I
Well,
didn't go to Best Buy. I went to Best Bussy.
hello. Oh my God, can
Best
we create
pussy!
can we start a chain not chain restaurant, a chain store.
Will you just eat bussy? A chain restaurant? We
Chain
just eat.
restaurant.
No, I'm cutting this off. This has been lovely. Ron John, we'll
Bussy
need to
Bussy.
have you. We'll need to have you back for either more Pokemon because we could talk about much more. Can't fit the whole series and concept into an episode, or any other topic we can think of. But Matt, sign us out.
All right. Thanks everybody for listening to this lovely episode of What Do the Gays Think. If you don't follow us on Twitter, go ahead and give us a follow at WDTGT Podcast. Ron John, do you have a Twitter that you want to plug?
Or
Are
anything.
they really just not gonna like plug me? All right, cool, whatever. Thanks, guys.
Yes, yes.
You can follow me on all my social media channels at OhRonJohn. That's OhRonJohn. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, not Facebook. What do I also have? TikTok. I am on TikTok too. Yeah.
Yes.
I had a fight. Let me tell you, I had a fight for my username. I had a fight TikTok
Oh,
because they thought it wasn't me, and I said it is. But then I had to
Oh,
wait 6 months. It was a whole thing. But we can get into that
Jesus.
another time.
my God,
Oh my
TikTok.
God.
Hello.
All
TikTok, if you're
right.
listening.
Ugh, I hope they're not.
um, But yes, so that is all of Ron John's social media. I will put that in the description of the YouTube video and also the podcast so that you can go ahead and check out Ron John's stuff. And yeah, lastly, we also have a Twitch. What do the gamers think? That's GAYMERS. Come ahead, give us a follow there. We do stream some lovely games. We've been recently playing a lot of Diablo 2 Resurrected, which our lovely friend, all three of our friends, Jonathan Lee, worked on, and we all been playing it, and it's lovely. So go ahead and
Mhm.
check us out on Twitch there. We've been playing a lot of that recently. Come give us a watch. And I think that is it for now. Also, if you want to buy any of our merch, we do have new merch that is on Redbubble. Go ahead and check that out in the link in the description as well. And I am Mac Lubeck.
And Morty from Generation 2, the ghost gym leader, was my sexual awakening. Patrick.
Okay.
And I'm your best bussy,
And
Roger.
I am your
Goodbye,
That's it.
everyone.
Oh, the chaotic energy.